Hi, this is Sanjib Debray and this module is regarding celebrities and depression. There is one thing about mental health conditions. They do not discriminate. It does not matter how affluent, famous and well-off you are. Your social status does not safeguard you from falling prey to the clutches of mind-numbing pain of depression. From Indian to international celebrities, stress and depression has been the struggling part of their personal life. While few have fought back and come out of it successfully, few could not and ended their life drastically. However, people who have successfully overcome depression stand tall, confident and successful. Their success stories are really motivational. In this module, I will talk about some celebrities who were in depression in some time or other in their life. The main purpose of this module is to be positive, motivational, and to reinstate the fact that depression is treatable if dealt with patience and courage. There might be many more celebrities who were once in the list of depression, and talking about all of them is not possible in one module. Hence, I have just handpicked a selected few. Amitabh Bachchan, the favorite of many and mine too. Veteran actor Amitabh Bachchan fell victim of depression when he turned producer in 1996 and experienced back-to-back failures. In the year 2000, Amitabh had a financial crisis with losing almost all he had. Consequently, the actor entered a phase of depression and eventually managed to get out of it and breathe new life into his acting career. Shah Rukh Khan. Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan suffered from depression after his shoulder surgery in 2010. However, he eventually came out of it and was boosted with energy. This is what he said after that battle was over. Due to the shoulder injury and the suffering, I had got into a depression mode, but now I am out of it. I feel happy and boosted with energy. Sanjay Dutt. The Munna who made everyone laugh with his antic and jadoo ki jhappi on screen was not so fortunate enough to be on the receiving end of the same. Sanjay Dutt was imprisoned again in the year 2013 for his involvement in 1993 Mumbai blasts. So severe were the repercussions that the actor was even unable to sleep. However, he bounced back, and that is where we should look for inspiration. Deepika Padukone. She confessed the same in national television with tears in her eyes and gears in her mind, with lips quivering with the impact of remembering the time. It was the first time people saw beneath the surface that depression could do to a normal, happy soul. She gave a ray of hope to many and even run Live Life Love Foundation, which is solely dedicated to helping those who suffers from anxiety and depression. Honey Singh. It was hard to believe that someone who has written such peppy numbers could go through such a bad phase in life. The rapper was not responding to medicines, and it was not until a year later when the fourth doctor came along, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, resulting to severe depression. The man who used to perform in front of thousands was scared to face even a handful of people. But Honey eventually got treated and defeated depression. Manisha Koirala. She was the one whose beautiful smile colored the screens of the 90s. This brave woman survived cancer and got married, looked happy ever after. However, that didn't happen and had a divorce, following which she suffered clinical depression. The lady did not stop or back down and took on the monster headlong. She inspired many during the time, penning down her thoughts instead of retreating in a shell. Anushka Sharma. The lady has been suffering from stress and anxiety, which is the onset of mental disorder, and if not treated right can turn nastier. The lady went on her social media to let people know about the same and cleared it by saying that it is something which is genetic and this is nothing to be ashamed of. She further said that it is a biological issue and should always be taken seriously enough to take medical help. Varun Dhawan, the suave actor, had revealed how he was really depressed while playing a psycho in the movie Badlapur. However, the actor won all our hearts when he said that he did not want to throw around the term depression loosely, even though he had gone into a shell of his own during the filming of the movie. His mind was constantly dragging him into a negative zone. Karan Johar, the celebrated movie maker, went through a year and a half of struggle with depression and anxiety. The film director also shared in an interview how he had to take anti-anxiety medications for a while. The Coffee with Karan host also emphasized on the importance of undergoing sessions and therapies, which ultimately made a huge difference in his recovery. Neha Kakkar, popular Bollywood singer Neha Kakkar, revealed she was suffering from depression via an Instagram story post-breakup with actor Himesh Kohli. In that, Neha hinted at going through difficult phase of life. However, she later made clear that the depression was not because of her relationship ending. Ileana D'Cruz, the actress, has always been very open about her constant struggle with body dysmorphic disorder and depression. She was also brave enough to talk about how BDD made her feel suicidal at one point in time. But once she accepted herself, she started feeling better. The Control Burfi and Rustam wanted to raise awareness about the fact that mental illness need help and treatment just like any other health condition. Now let's talk about some international celebrities. Dwayne Johnson. He is one of the Hollywood's highest paid actors, but The Rock recently opened up about depression to The Express, a British newspaper. Struggle and pain is real, said Johnson, who saved his mother from a suicide attempt when he was 15. Depression never discriminates, he tweeted later. Took me a long time to realize it, but the key is not to be afraid to open up. Especially us dudes have a tendency to keep it in. You are not alone. Lady Gaga, the pop star whose hits include Paparazzi and Poker Face, says she has dealt with both depression and anxiety her whole life. Gaga isn't ashamed to admit she takes medication for depression. In an interview with Billboard magazine, she said she thinks it's important for people to talk about their mental health. If we share our stories and stick together, we are stronger. Michael Phelps, the swimmer who has won 28 Olympic medals, said his first depression spell happened in 2004, but his lowest point came after the 2012 Games, according to CNN. Phelps said he sat alone in his bedroom for 3 to 5 days, not wanting to be alive, and he knew he needed help. After he sought treatment and started talking about his feelings, he said life became easy. Now he understands that it's okay to not be okay. Bruce Springsteen. The boss had bouts of depression in his 60s that lasted for a long time, he told CBS Sunday Morning. It's like this thing that engulfs you. I got to where I didn't want to get out of bed. He said it didn't affect his work, and wife Patty Scialfa's strength and love were key. She would say, "You are going to be okay. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but it's going to be all right." He also got help for the condition from therapy and medication. J.K. Rowling. The woman behind Harry Potter brought joy to millions, but admits she felt despair while writing the magical novels. Her dark moods even inspired her series soul-sucking creatures known as Dementors. It's so difficult to describe depression to someone who has never been there because it's not sadness, she told Oprah Winfrey in 2010. But it's that cold absence of feeling that really hollowed out feeling. Katy Perry, the pop star, started her struggles with depression during a 96 hours live stream on YouTube. In an emotional session with Sri Satnam Singh, host of the Viceland channel's The Therapist, Perry said she opened up because she wanted her fans to see her true self. If people can see that I'm just like them, they can dream just as big. Jon Hamm. Just like his character Don Draper on Mad Men, Hamm has battled some heavy stuff. He has been open about his bouts with depression and says it was particularly rough after his father died when he was in college. In an interview with InStyle magazine, Hamm spoke about the benefits of therapy. We live in a world where to admit anything negative about yourself is seen as a weakness when it's actually a strength. It's not a weak move to say, I need help. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey easily makes the shortlist of history's most influential comedians. But in an interview with 60 Minutes, the funny man shocked a lot of people when he acknowledged he has spent much of his life dealing with depression. After the second of his 2 failed marriages, Carrey sought the help of a psychiatrist who prescribed him Prozac. Though Carrey admits the antidepressant helped him out of an initial jam, he also realized that he couldn't be one of those who stay on the drug forever. I had to get off Prozac at a certain point, said Carrey. You need to get out of bed every day and say that life is good. That's what I did, although at times it was very difficult for me. Carrey credits a healthy diet and natural supplements for his improved mental health. As I said at the beginning, so would I repeat at the end, that there is one thing about mental health conditions: they do not discriminate. Let's be positive and always remember, depression is treatable.